Part 12. And as you move deeper into this journey, something subtle but profound begins to happen. You start thinking in layers rather than isolated videos. Every upload is no longer a single event, it's a node in a larger network, each piece strategically connected to others. You begin asking questions like, how does this video guide a new subscriber deeper into my ecosystem? Which playlist should reinforce this narrative? What content seeds anticipation for future uploads? Your channel stops being a collection of videos and becomes a living, breathing system designed for attention, retention, and influence. At this level, storytelling becomes increasingly sophisticated. You're not merely instructing or entertaining, you're engineering emotional journeys. Hooks capture curiosity within seconds, middles sustain engagement with rising tension or layered insight, and conclusions resolve curiosity while planting seeds for the next video. You understand that human attention is finite and precious. Capturing it repeatedly requires both craft and psychological insight. Community becomes the backbone of sustainable growth. Comments, polls, and live streams are no longer optional. They are strategic tools. By fostering dialogue, highlighting recurring contributors, and creating shared experiences, you transform viewers into participants. A loyal community becomes a self-reinforcing ecosystem that amplifies content organically. Engagement is no longer measured only in metrics, but in emotional connection and collective identity. Collaboration evolves from opportunistic exposure to strategic synergy. You select partners whose audience, values, and style complement your own. Co-created content doesn't just expand reach, it enhances credibility and builds authority. Audiences recognize authenticity in these alliances, deepening trust and fostering long-term loyalty. Collaboration is now a multiplier of influence, not just numbers. Creative experimentation becomes disciplined. Each test, a new thumbnail style, a slightly different narrative structure, a fresh format, is framed with clear hypotheses and measurable outcomes. Failure is not a setback, but an insight vector guiding iteration. You learn to balance risk with identity, innovation with consistency, ensuring that evolution strengthens rather than dilutes your channel's essence. Advanced analytics guide rather than dictate decisions. Beyond views and likes, you analyze retention cliffs, session depth, traffic sources, and cross-video behavior. Patterns reveal what draws attention, what sustains it, and what converts casual viewers into loyal subscribers. Data becomes a lens of insight, sharpening instinct without replacing it. Monetization is refined and principled. You diversify beyond ads into memberships, courses, digital products, and consulting, but only when offerings align authentically with audience needs. Trust is preserved. Credibility is reinforced. Revenue becomes not the goal, but a byproduct of delivering consistent, meaningful value. Brand clarity reaches a level where recognition is instantaneous. Your voice, visual style, narrative cadence, and thematic focus converge into a cohesive signature. Subscribers identify your content without reading titles. Recognition strengthens trust, encourages habitual engagement, and accelerates growth. Cohesion is both authority signal and psychological anchor for viewers. Emotional discipline is critical. Increased visibility invites scrutiny, criticism, and occasionally hostility. You filter constructive feedback from noise, responding strategically and maintaining focus on long-term objectives. Emotional control transforms potential vulnerability into strategic resilience. Systems for production, scheduling, and workflow are optimized. Processes for scripting, recording, editing, and promotion are streamlined, allowing creativity to flourish while output scales. Delegation and automation free mental bandwidth for strategy and innovation, making sustainable growth possible at a high level. Innovation remains consistent but controlled. You refine storytelling, introduce advanced formats, and explore emerging trends, always aligned with your core identity. Adaptation is habitual. Relevance is maintained without compromising authenticity. The channel evolves as a living system rather than reacting chaotically to external forces. Finally, perspective shifts from short-term metrics to long-term legacy. You recognize that influence is measured not in views or subscribers alone, but in meaningful impact. Every video, comment, and interaction contributes to a broader narrative, a story of growth, insight, and authentic connection that extends beyond the platform itself. And in this awareness, you realize the ultimate truth. YouTube mastery is not a destination, but a continuous process of learning, creating, analyzing, and refining. Growth rewards those who endure, adapt, and persist with intention. Those who stop are forgotten. Those who continue shape influence that endures far beyond a single upload. The choice to evolve, consistently and intentionally, defines the lasting legacy of any creator.